We could put like some shaking on the calculator as we're talking, you know? Like it's sitting there and then when we talk it like moves.
Okay, so I'm recording now. John, do you want to explain what you're doing to me?
Trying to make your life hell.
We're trying to
But it's
start
fun.
a
You can't tell me you're not
podcast.
having a good time though. Can't tell me you're not having a good time. So James is trying to make a real podcast. And I seem to be hell bent on undercutting that every step of the way.
Okay, good. I'm
But
glad we
also,
understand. I'm glad we understand. That's the important thing. I'm glad we understand. I am trying my best here to do I like not even professional. Like I absolutely understand what you're saying. Uh like we are also doing this as kind of just a test bed, but
but
I'm also someone who's like take your best foot forward because here's the thing. Actually, I want you to explain the crazy shit you've been saying tonight.
okay. Well, one, I'm going to preface it by saying I don't think that means we're not putting our best foot forward. That's what I want to say. Okay. So what I was saying was that I want to make like I mean I compared it to Dada, right? Anti-art, right? Like just in some ways, not always. Like it should still be I still want it to be like a good podcast that people want to listen to it. But in some ways like make it intentionally bad. Like so one thing is like we're starting on some random high level episode number as if we've been around forever, just acting great. But then the next thing I'm saying is I want a logo that looks like we've, you know, gave Photoshop to a grandmother and told her to do her best and I don't know, gave her Jinjins as her payment. um but I think it's funny. Like I think it's funny. I think it could be good. I think it could tell like its own separate story outside of like the actual content that's just in the podcast itself. You know what I mean? And like if it takes off, like if we start making content we're happy about, not to say that like we would put out content we're not happy about, but you get what I'm saying, like that we feel like oh we're in a groove. We know what we're doing. If it gets to that point, we could always kind of change the way things are going.
Or
But
start a
because
new
it's
thing. Yeah.
or start a new thing entirely. But because it's a test bed, like why not mess around? And I guess your standpoint is like if we have the chance to build a base, you don't want to do anything to hinder that. But at the same time, I guess my argument would be like if we're not being ourselves, is that going to happen? Like cuz we can have a decent podcast, right? But there's a lot of good podcasts out there. Like what's going to make us different if we're not just being like I'm ridiculous. That's me. Why am I here if I'm not going to be if I'm not causing you pain, James? Why me?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, so this went over from showing like Photoshop icon ideas. That second one I showed you, that is me.
Mm-hmm.
You, and then that third one was me being a little silly. Oh,
And I
let's make
loved
the
it.
lettering go. And then you were like, okay, we need to make sure the background's transparent. we
Wait. Not just transparent. We make
it
it look like it's transparent by having that white and gray grid so that no matter where they're looking at it, they see that shitty looking background.
literally makes someone go like, wait, how can you even save it that way? It actually took effort to do that. And by effort, a quick copy from Google, which may be illegal. I don't fucking know. Uh,
But what were you saying? You're saying the middle one was you, the second one was you being silly, and then I latched onto that.
and went to the 100%. Not really. You kind um
But
maybe not 100%, but you definitely took the dial from 3 to like 9 with the idea you were presenting. That we'll keep playing with it and mess around with it. And actually, we'll get into this because the first something I wanted to talk about was episode 0. So instead of saying like we'll start at episode 247, which I think is the arbitrary number you came up with, I was thinking maybe we do episode 99, season 1. We just say, hey, we don't want to do triple digits. We're not like that. So after this episode is gonna be season 2, episode 0, and in that we talk about how we've been on a long hiatus after the incident, and that's the most we'll say about that. And then we'll just say like, you know what, we're coming back rusty, but we're coming back not even at full force. We'll probably do monthly. We won't do how we did daily back in the day for that month. Remember that, John? That kind of bullshit.
okay. Well, so this is the other thing though, is that I say ridiculous things and then you try to make it work, which means that it won't.
Yes.
No, but that's my point. It won't be exactly the thing I'm saying right out, because right now I'm just saying shit. But if you make it work, then it works.
And here's the thing, though. When you first said that we'll start at episode 247, I legitimately was like, I don't know about that. But I didn't say anything because I was like, you know what? That is the first time John has said something that made him interested in this, where he doesn't sound like a monotone crazy person. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to be very honest with you. I spent a couple days trying to refine that. That wasn't my first, like, okay, how do I make this work? Because here's the also thing, because we were talking about branding earlier. How the fuck do we brand that? Because our audience isn't going to be random people off of the internet. It's going to be people on our Facebook, our Instagram, friends and family who can hopefully maybe spread it. Because how often do you personally like go through iTunes looking for a random podcast?
Never. If I find a random podcast, it's on YouTube.
And that's another thing. Like when I find a random podcast, most of them are like tabletop stuff, and I hear from them like on message boards. Like literally the last 2 podcasts I've heard of were recommended from someone just going like, hey, these guys are pretty good. And then I listened to them and I got addicted. So I'm a little worried about how to grow an audience, especially because you know how hard it is to like do YouTube nowadays, because it wasn't like back in the old days where there were only like 100 or 1,000 people. Now it's millions of people.
Yeah.
And I feel like podcasts are older than YouTube in a weird way.
The only thing, I mean, like you're right, and we need all the help we can get if we're really like going to take off or whatever. But the thing is, I don't picture like any of my other friends and family as people who would actually listen. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So it's kind of weird that's weird. I don't know where to start with that, but
I mean, part of it is literally for this like test bed of a podcast, because we are doing a variety show where we are just going to do something different every episode until we either find a niche or we get tired, you know? Or we grow a fan base and we can do just a normal, like kind of funny, or I'm going to say names you don't know, like Nextlander, Giant Bomb, where, yeah, there is this video game kind of uh theme to it, but also they're kind of just talking, you know?
Mhm.
Which, and that's also like the problem of doing a variety show, because we don't have a niche to be able to go to every Reddit page and going like, hey, we're new, listen to us. Yeah. Which, who's the fuck is gonna click on that?
Somebody.
Yeah,
Remember when I
maybe.
used to just put like random stuff on like N4G?
Oh god. Yeah.
Somebody's
Man.
gonna click. There's a lot
Yeah.
of traffic. It's Reddit. And we're gonna get absolutely killed, but that's fine. We just gotta ignore
Yeah.
that until we know what we're doing.
Yeah, I know. As going off of some of the stuff I've shared on Reddit and some of the stuff you shared of me on Reddit. Actually, like the stuff from my YouTube channel, you did not those it didn't get any like comments or anything, but it didn't get anything like bad. That Jenga video you shared on Reddit. Ooh, fuck that guy who said my voice was annoying.
Uh, I honestly don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't remember the Jenga video?
You have to send me the. I remember the video. I don't remember like comments on the Reddit. I'm sorry. Wait, how long was this video that you heard? I thought like I was just being ridiculous. I guess there was a longer version. I remember like the version that I saved on like Vine so that I could show just random people like look
Dude,
at
I
this
think this
stupid.
is after Vine.
What about Vine?
I think this was after Vine. Uh,
No, it definitely was on Vine. I know that.
really?
Yeah.
Because you definitely shared my Twitter one. I don't think the comment is here anymore. Maybe it got deleted. But um, unless you posted it on a different one, but you put it on Never Tell Me the Odds,
Mm.
and oh, and it's on Imager. So yeah, you definitely posted like the video form, because right now this one just looks like it's from it's just a GIF or something.
Yeah.
You posted the full video as a comment. Maybe someone said something under that, but someone
Mm.
said something along the lines of, um, "Yeah, that's cool, but the guy recording sounds like a loser or a wiener or some shit like that," and it was just like, "Fuck you." And here's the thing: I saw that, I was like, "Man, that's a little bit of a kick in the balls," because yeah, my voice is shitty. I know. I've listened to it a bunch. Um, I don't like my voice. I've gotten used to it, but I don't like my voice.
There's nothing wrong with your voice, James.
How dare you?
There isn't.
And the thing is, I think I said that to Arthel, and Arthel was like, "Yeah, no, John shared that with me and told me don't tell you." But you two apparently like cracked up about the comment.
Oh, that someone made that comment?
Yeah.
Oh, so I did see the comment.
Yeah,
I
you
just
definitely
really
did.
legitimately don't remember.
Yeah,
Wow.
no. I have a weird memory about stupid shit.
I feel like that's everyone, but it just depends on what the stupid shit that sticks. Because
Yeah.
like I can't think of something now, but I remember the other day something popped in my head from like I was like, this is what trauma is? Like, why am I stuck on this random thing?
So, I mean, it's going to be difficult getting listeners in general, especially now having a niche. But
A niece? Do you get the reference?
Boy Meets World, Eric Matthews. I'm not a fool.
Oh wait, why is my camera? Oh yeah, because we were.
Yeah,
Well, can you turn off your thing now?
yeah,
Do you
sure.
need it up?
Now we were going to talk about ideas. We can still talk about ideas. I'll write them down later.
Well, I turned on my camera mostly to go
Yeah,
when they said niece, and he went niche, and he goes like acts like the person's drinking.
yeah, Mr. Feeney.
such a weird contrast to what they were doing for years up until those random serious episodes, you know? And then sometimes there'd be a serious episode where it's like it felt like maybe they could build off that, and then it's just right back to stupid Eric the next episode. I don't know.
So you're saying that was jarring, right? Like, let's just say a podcast that both was trying to act ridiculously and then try to be serious the next episode. I don't know how I turned this around.
Well, the content isn't going to be that ridiculous.
True, but I guess the face of it will, though. I mean, I'll refine what I can. I'll take what I can do and see what I can do. Yeah. But I guess we're gonna have to start a YouTube channel for this podcast now. I mean, I probably was gonna have to anyway. But yeah, we're gonna do some behind the scenes of creating a fucking podcast like a bunch of morons.
Sorry, it's just because you brought up Girl Meets World.
Do we have any more Boy Meets World discussion? Should we try to get back to the behind the scenes of the podcast? This is what people are gonna get. People are gonna get this from the podcast. We're gonna be so all over the place in some ways.
Okay, so then why are you like fighting me so much on these?
I'm not.
That don't matter as much as the content.
True. I'm just gonna try my best to refine it.
I know, but it sometimes looks like you look sick.
Because, yeah, I mean, think of it this way: when coal gets crushed into diamonds, do you think that's a fun sound to hear? No. The end product is what matters, but when coal gets crushed down, do you think that's fun to listen to all day long while you're throwing coal into the machine? This is how diamonds are made, I believe.
That would be like lab, but a machine? No, we just find diamonds. That's why they cost so much.
I know, but I needed some kind of.
Have you seen allegory. The old Superman movies?
No, but that's the idea I got from where he crushed a piece of coal into a diamond or some shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't even make a sound once he puts it in his hand. Like he crushes it down and then he goes like this, and then he opens his hand and it's a diamond. But I mean, you're still being squished by the power of Superman. Like,
it's called a allegory, John. metaphor. I don't even know what allegory is right now.
Not that.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna say something, I'm gonna react because that's me. I mean, you and me have gotten into discussions that gotten heated, or I've said something unfiltered. But yeah, I mean, what you're saying, it's so juxtaposed to where I guess I was coming from that I'm now like, oh, okay. The annoying thing is this makes you more interested in doing this, so now I have to do work. But honestly, like, if we wanted to do work, it's also like finding an artist to actually do this in all honesty, instead of me dicking around in Photoshop. Which is gonna be a lot of this, but other than buying you a microphone, I'm not really ready to put money down. Yes, Mr. Apollo.
I was trying to form a diamond.
It looks more like a sun than okay. Diamond.
Well, I was just putting my power into whatever. I can't even grab it anymore. What's going on here?
No, it's shrinking away from you.
I did it so well the first time.
There we go. So we discussed what you're doing to me. We discussed the first idea for our podcast, which is season 1, episode 99. That will probably be a bit more scripted with, because we're going to have to discuss that in greater details. But I'm seeing that more of a, hey, welcome back, family. uh, if you don't know us, this is who we are. And we share stuff like I'm trying to do a TikTok thing, a little TikTok series in the future. So I would like to do that. My YouTube channel. I don't know if you have anything you can share, or I also want us to share other things that we're interested in, podcast, stuff like that, just so people know where we're coming from. And then talk about stuff that it actually didn't sounded that hard. I think the Discord might have done something. But the stuff that we can foreshadow, and also stuff that maybe we're just discussing. Because I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm going to try so hard for us to do a tabletop RPG actual play.
Okay.
You know what? Like a year ago, I think I asked you and you're like, yeah, I'll do it. And then nothing came out of it because when I texted all the friends I had, all 2 of them, no one else responded. Not even you. Terrible. You could have got the ball rolling.
I could have got the ball rolling.
Yeah, like I said something and then you could have came in and been like, yeah, I'm interested. And even if the games I suggested didn't interest you, you
I
could
said
be
I
like,
would
I'm up
do
for
it.
whatever. No, you said that to me privately. You didn't say that in the group text.
No, I'm just saying for me to say, yeah, I'm interested would just not be in character at all.
Or, oh, like, yeah, I'm willing to do this. Do you have any friends or anything you want guesting on this? Do a video episode with them?
Yeah, but I'm more thinking specific to what you just said, like a tabletop or whatever. Like I've told you a million times, I feel like Sean would be way more into this stuff than I am. So that's a person that would be, well, maybe not now, would be easier to get than Arthel and Steve. He has 2 children now though, so we'll see.
So yeah, I mean the tabletop RPG. I'm gonna try to push as hard as I can. Worst case scenario, it's 1-on-1. You and me. That's all.
You can make it work?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I'm not interested in D&D. D&D needs the fighter, the healer, the DPS. It needs those things to have a party where you don't get decimated. There are some games where dying is just part of the story.
I was talking to someone about this and they brought up D&D and I was like, no, my friend has no interest in D&D.
What did they say?
They're just like, well, first off, they were like, well, first off, it's great. And second, you're going to have problems getting people.
Yeah.
Because it's not D&D.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely a problem. I can't really go to, I mean, I don't know how these places are right now during a pandemic, but I can't really, first of all, my social anxiety is terrible. But I can't really go to a game store or the library did a 20-year-olds play board games together. I wish I went to one of those. But I can't really go to that and be like, oh, let me try to play Delta Green. Let me try to play this, that. No, it's gonna be D&D. Maybe a Star Wars game, which I'm also not really interested in playing because the dice are funny.
Well, but what if you? I mean, the social anxiety aside, because I know full well how that's a big barrier. But like if you got past that point, what if you just did do D&D, but then by meeting these people, like they might be interested in doing these ones that they never even heard of. Like what if they don't even consider anything other than D&D because that's just the thing everyone does.
I think if I did like went to a game store, I would probably talk to the owner, be like, find out how this works, and then just be like, can I just have a table, where I run this game, and just have, if someone wants to come sit down and play, go with that. Though that the fear of that is no one comes and sits down. The reason I don't want to do D&D is you've I believe you've seen my collections of RPGs. They can be big, and D&D, they sell a DM's guide. They sell a player's guide. They sell a monster guide. They
Mhm.
sell, you know, a box where it's, first time players kind of things, but you wouldn't want to run that for, experienced players. And it's just, I don't know. Like, first of all, I want to be a GM. Second of all, if I did go in and just be a player and play D&D, I'm playing something I don't really care about, um, to convince these people to play something else. Where I think I'm better off going like, hey, you know what? I want to play Delta Green. I want to play Breakfast Cult. I want to play um, Call of Cthulhu. Uh, I apparently have the Firefly role playing game. I rather say that and run those. I should also say there are like games that are like a 1v1 that's only like two players.
Mhm.
So I can just find something. Uh, but that's definitely something I want to do. And after shit talking Steve, I this is an idea I wanted to do. We watched Rocky Horror Picture Show with
You
Steve.
didn't shit talk Steve. You just said he doesn't talk much.
He
How is
doesn't
that
talk
shit talking?
much. It's a little shit talky.
How? It's
I
true.
I feel if I don't know.
In those settings anyways.
Yes, in a
That's true.
recording setting.
He might be a little, mic shy, camera
Mhm.
shy, whatever the case may be.
But
Isn't
also, he might
everybody
be
to
like
start?
upset about just hearing that from a friend, though.
I don't know. We're different people.
Yeah,
You know that I just say what I think.
yeah, true.
I
Um,
feel like I'm not as mean as I used to be though.
so the
What?
other podcast idea I had, Jesus Christ, was us watching Rocky Horror Movie Show with Steve, and then doing a debriefing with him.
Kind of scared to watch it with Steve.
Well, we can also just make him watch it, and then we regroup. But I don't know if he'll make it through the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
It's a
it's like
culture shock.
that's the thing, right? Like I feel like he
One, he doesn't like musicals.
that yeah, right off the bat doesn't even like the genre. And then I don't know, he's one of those people that is like not homophobic or anything, but like still kind of like that's not for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like, well, we're just watching a movie. We're not asking you to change how you dress.
Also,
But
oh, okay, yeah, no. Uh, it'll be a fun culture shock.
that's why I feel like we got to see it with him because
Yeah.
then it's like we won't get anything out of it if we don't.
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely podcasts where it's like they record themselves watching a thing, and then you're supposed to like, they go like, okay, uh, we're paused at this screen. We're gonna unpause in three, two, one, click, and then it
Hmm.
kind of acts as a commentary track. Um, so that's something else we can try. I don't know if we can get Steve though with both computer, microphone, all that fun stuff. Do you have any
But we
podcast ideas or?
I only know how to ruin your ideas, James.
So far, you have not ruined the two I have pitched. Well, the three I've pitched. You've just discussed the difficulties with one of them, two of them technically. And the first one you didn't really give too much feedback on, thankfully.
What was the first one again?
We're gonna watch Hell House Inc. together,
Oh,
not
because
together, separately,
yeah,
and then we group up.
yeah, I can't really.
It's a very
I
simple
mean,
one.
yeah, nothing to say there until I see the movie and then we record.
I think that one is definitely set in like that maybe episode one, unless we come with up with more ideas that we want to jump on quicker. But that would probably be the smoothest one to just go into and go. Um,
Hellhound
Hell House.
Hell House. It's a horror.
Horror, yeah.
Is it in English?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it low budget?
It's found footage.
It's found footage. When did it come out?
Let me look it up. I will say this though. It has 3 sequels. Oh, it's Hell House LLC. It came out in 2015.
Okay.
October 16th. So you know it's extra spooky. It's on Amazon Prime. The sequels are on a streaming. I gotta stop saying fuck. The other 2 movies are on a streaming site called oh god, what is it called? The thing is called Shutter. The
Oh,
streaming
okay.
site, yeah. So, yeah. But the first one's on Amazon Prime. Okay, so this is the behind the scenes of John trying to make my life a little harder. It's fine. It's fine. And I think we'll probably do this as we continue to come up with ideas, go through the icons and stuff, what we settle on. Put me to work. And yeah, well, we'll go from there. Thanks for watching this. This is a hour and 10-minute video that will probably be
I know.
chopped up to like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think the Boy Meets World stuff is definitely going to be a separate video because it's good. It's good.
Maybe we do need to go through Boy Meets World.
Oh,
Why?
no.
It's
It's a
so easy to go
lot.
through. Yeah, but it's so easy.
We're already going through Demon Souls.
Aren't we almost done, Demon Souls?
I hope so. Not like in a bad way, but also it's like maybe we all 3 of us can find another game. Okay.
Yeah, the game is called Watch Boy Meets World.
Okay, we gotta end this. I'm hitting stop. Hold on.